We are doing our top 5 zombie movies. Not Rob Zombie movies. Zombie movies. Thought this would have been fun. I know we did this once before, and I'm pretty sure we did it on
I don't remember it, but I thought you said
I thought we did, because I remember and shout out to our beloved Joe. I remember him professing his love for Shaun of the Dead. So I thought we did zombie movies.
And you know what? I might get shit. I don't have that in my top 5.
Admittedly, I'm going to get shit too. Shout out, Joe. Sorry. It's a great movie, but it did not make my top 5. But while I'm pouring, what is your number 5 top 5 zombie movie?
Number 5 for me, and it's probably because I like the chick in it a lot, Teresa Palmer. Did you ever see the movie Warm Bodies with Nicholas Hoult and Teresa Palmer, who I really adore?
No, I didn't.
It was what year was it here? I'm looking it up here. 2013, Warm Bodies. So it's a zombie apocalypse, and the humans that are left, there's one zombie that's played by Nicholas Hoult, and he's falling for this human girl. And the more he falls for her, the more human he becomes again. So it's about him like turning back to human. And there's John Malkovich is in it.
Really? That one flew under the radar for me. I got to check that one out.
Rob, was it Corddry? You know him, the bald guy? He's in Hot Tub Time Machine. He's in those movies. You've seen the Hot Tub Time Machine movies?
I've seen it, and I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy that like creates Motley Lou, because his name's Lou. He's the guy,
right,
the bald guy, but he's in it too. Oh, good, Blake. I'm glad you like that, man. Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure, in my opinion. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to see it. Yeah, Teresa Palmer, gorgeous actress, blonde. But John Malkovich is he's like the colonel of the army or whatever. But Pat, it's not a horror movie, so to speak. I guess I would call it more of like a comedy / action / horror. It's more comedy more than anything. But yeah, Warm Bodies, number 5.
Travis Mila is hot. She's Ukrainian, like Stefan. I have to check that one out. Mine, albeit it's not the typical zombie movie, but this could fall into any umbrella where there's zombies in the movie. Doesn't necessarily have to be, a Romero movie. It just zombies are in the movie. So my number 5. I went with Reanimator.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
Because he does create all those zombies in Reanimator. And I love that film. I love me some young Barbara Crampton, and not even young, but that's another woman that's aging beautifully. She's still just as beautiful, still just as beautiful as ever. But that is, and we have to do a watch along of Reanimator one day. That is such a fun movie. Love that movie.
Or it's a supporting role. You're Next. She's in that. Remember?
Yeah,
she's the parent.
She was the mom in You're Next. And he what the hell? Who was? I'm not forgetting the crazy scientist who came up with the serum in Reanimator. What the hell's his name? He was just in that Would You Rather movie. Help me out in the chat. I always forget people's names when we're doing this.
Travis, I did not have that in my list. I probably should have, but I'll let Pat see that.
Jeffrey Combs. I forgot Jeffrey Combs. He's great in that. He's such a creepy character. And did you ever see that? Would You Rather?
I can't say I have. No.
It's basically like a horror movie where they all go to like this mansion, sort of like a Clue. And the host is Jeffrey Combs, and you have to play a game of would you rather? Would you rather do this or rather do that? And it's basically like, at the end of it, you win all this money. And the one girl that they follow goes there. She's trying to win this money because it helped save her brother, who was like a cancer patient. And it'll be like, would you rather take a gun and shoot his fingers off? And you have to do whatever they say. It's almost like a torture porn movie. It's not that great, but he's the guy. He's like the host of it, sort of like Tim Curry in Clue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's like a torture porn movie.
Body or Wadsworth.
Yeah. So it's just a weird movie. I watched it on Tubi late one night. But yeah, my number 5, Reanimator. And you're ready to chat. Let us know your number 5. I know a couple of people threw a list in here. where was it? Stefan said, I like Dawn of the Dead, 78 in 2004, Train to Busan, 28 days later, Night of the Living Dead, 68, Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, a few of those are going to make my list. Trip to Busan 1 and 2. I actually like the first two Resident Evil movies. What do you got for number 4?
Number 4, the remake to Dawn of the Dead, the 2004 Dawn of the Dead.
I tried to shoehorn that into this list because I wasn't able to, but that's great. That's one of the that's on that list of movies that with a remake is really good.
Yeah, and James Gunn, who's become a great, I should say great, very good screenwriter, director. He's done a lot of stuff since then. But Zack Snyder directed this too. You got a good cast. Sarah Polley, Ving Rhames. God, Mekhi Phifer. I haven't seen that guy in a long time. Jake Weber. Yeah, you got a lot of people. But
they include Halloween 2 or technically Jason. They're both zombies.
Yeah. But the zombies are a bit faster in Dawn of the Dead. But I think it made it better that way in in the newer version. It was a nice little change. So yeah, Dawn of the Dead 2004.
Right, and I'm echoing your Dawn of the Dead, but I'm going with the 1978 Dawn of the Dead because that was more of a nostalgia than anything because I was a child of that era and seeing that movie, I just love that. I'm like, how cool would it be? I mean, not would be cool to be caught up in a zombie apocalypse, but to be caught in a mall because you have everything at your fingertips in the friggin' mall. It's like of all places to be locked up, that's the place to be locked up in a fucking mall. I mean, granted, not too many malls back in the day had like food stores in them. A lot of them nowadays do, at least by me, they do. They have some type because a lot of big chain stores over the years, since Amazon put everybody out of business, have fallen by the wayside. So you do see like food stores as like an anchor store in malls around by me. And like, how great would it be to be if that's the place to be if you're going to be in a zombie apocalypse? Because you can get clothes, you can get guns,
you get whatever the fuck you want at the free of your hands.
You want, and it's right there. So. I
love
when
they go to the bank. I love it when they go to the bank and they show the money on the camera.
I just love that. It's such a fun movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No knock on 2004 because 2004 is great. Just getting shoehorned in. That would probably be my honorable mention.
Good people in it. Yeah. What are we at? Number 3 here now. Well, I know this has got to be one of your first few, but Return of the Living Dead, the first one. How much fun is that film?
God!
Did we do a watch along with that? I think we did.
Did we do a watch along? I don't think we did a Return of the Living Dead. I'm trying to remember. We didn't do too many with the old podcast, but we have to add that to the list.
You can just laugh your ass off in that film. It's pure 80s. It's all fun and dandy.
And I did my list quickly this morning, and I just realized my number 3 is Return of the Living Dead from 1985. I'm right there with you.
It worked in the movie.
Should have look at Ronnie. Should have been set in a Walmart for the remake. This is true because everything you have in the mall, you got in a freaking Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart's just mad chaos in itself. So yeah, totally.
Yeah, Return is Ronnie's favorite.
I hit the fucking brain.
I hit the fucking brain.
It worked in the movie. Sorry, when that corpse comes out of that locker, though, oh god, it's all yellow. One guy's crying, right? Ah!
I like when what's
big ass naked, right?
When I forget his name from Friday 5. Damn enchiladas. He's trying to describe. He's like, there's a big black slimy one, and the guy smacks him across the face.
I always get a kick out of the guy, the coroner guy. I forgot the character's name, but they take him over to the cemetery. I don't know.
Frank.
That's the guy, the actor. Frank, yeah. I don't know what his name is, but he's the guy that freaking drugs and kills Bernie in Weekend at Bernie's. That same actor. I'm like, that's the Bernie killer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Same guy.
Ernie was the embalmer. Ernie.
Embalmer, yeah.
And Frank
Ernie killed Bernie.
The guy that played Frank, the guy that was working with I'm drawing a blank on Tommy Jarvis's real name. The guy that was working with Tom Matthews.
Tom Matthews, yeah. Tom Matthews.
That James Karen guy who was in Poltergeist. Remember, he was the guy that worked with
Don Kafka. That's right.
So, but growing up as a kid, I don't know if did you guys have A&P supermarkets?
No.
A&P supermarkets in the tri-state area, especially North New Jersey, where I were. When I grew up, A&P was like the was the big supermarket chain, and he used to do all the commercials. He did that guy. So I remember when I first saw Poltergeist and I saw Return of the Living Dead, I'm like, it's the guy from A&P commercials in these movies. It was the weirdest thing.
You're making me think of something that you told me this weekend. Pat, okay, he doesn't care. I'll say it. Pat was so happy he went into a Piggly Wiggly for the first time.
I took a picture of it. I sent it to everybody. I'm like, I'm going to a Piggly Wiggly. Yes, this is my life.
Pat,
I've never been to a Piggly Wiggly.
You said it to me like 2 or 3 times. Like, you got Piggly Wigglies by you?
I'm like, wow. It was in the one that I was near in Alabama. It was weird, unless they're all like this. But it had like a True Value hardware store stuck attached to it, so I could get like a loaf of bread and a lawnmower. It was pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, I know. He was all impressed with it. Kroger was big around us, and now we just have Kroger in some of our markets. Like there's Kroger stores. I know some people have, but
just see what's going on in the chat. Piggly Wiggly fried chicken is the best. Really? I would have tried it. Did not know that.
Pat's like, now I got to go back.
I'm probably going to be back there next year. Pat, what happened? What did you think of the Piggly Wiggly? It's not a bad supermarket. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty good, like Deep Purple. Pretty good.
Honestly, I think all I bought there was beer because I had gone to the Target the day before and picked up some other stuff, other supplies. But the Piggly Wiggly is where I was buying beer. But yeah, I had.
I knew that would bring up good conversation. The Piggly Wiggly.
I was going to buy shirts. I was telling my wife and my daughter, "You guys want Piggly Wiggly T-shirts? I'll get them for you."
I don't know, but you were pretty amazed by it. That's why I thought it was funny.
Because you always hear it, and I've never seen it in movies where they talk about it from southern states. So, and we don't have them up here, not at all.
It's kind of like me when I was telling you about Yingling. Like Yingling's just normal by you, and we don't get Yingling around here in Illinois. It's like,
but so he's like, dude, they got Yingling. I'm like, and it's in every supermarket or any store by me. But that was great.
That was so funny. I've lost track now, Pat. Where were we?
We're at number 2. So what is your number 2?
Just because we've been talking about it, it's been growing. Night of the Living Dead, 1990. Tom Savini's Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, it's starting to really gain a big following because it really was panned.
Tony Todd in it, and Barbara, she survives. You don't know what happens to Barbara, I guess, in the original, right? So you assume she's gone in the original, but yeah, she definitely.
Surprised she didn't get robbed. Why are they bad or something? I don't know. I really don't know. It was hysterical.
I told you it was just funny that you were. As this grocery store shit came up, it was just kind of funny.
As I get older, it's the little things that amuse me.
Did you pass a what's the burger place that's out down that way too that a lot of people like?
Not the I went to we went for burgers and beers when we finished Baumauer's, it was called. It was right by the University of Alabama. It was the guy that played for the Dolphins, and he played for Alabama years ago. It was his place. It was cool. It had a lot of cool pictures of him, Joe Namath, and a bunch of cool memorabilia. And the wings and the burgers were really good.
Not bad.
Words I've heard of. I've never been to one, but I've heard of them. She's dead in the original. I thought pulled out the window by her brother. Yes. Yeah, she dies in the original. No, it was funny. I did see a Waffle House. And I'm like, God, I should really go check out a Waffle House.
Well, they'll tell you the Waffle Houses are a big talk with the wrestlers because they're open 24/7 when they're on the road. So that's what
are they open 24/7? The Waffle House?
Well, at least I thought, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe some aren't since COVID, maybe.
Yeah, but that was pretty cool. So my number 2,
Whataburger. There you go, Blake. Whataburger. There's like people that fall in love with that shit. Have you ever had? I haven't had a Whataburger.
What I did see a lot of were someplace called Jack's. I don't know if you ever heard of. Do you have
Jack in the Box? You mean?
No, it wasn't Jack in the Box. It says, unless that's the shortened version of it, because like Dunkin' Donuts is Dunkin' now. But everywhere I saw that, I saw a place called Jack's. So but it's nothing up by me like that.
There's
too much Waffle House. Ricky Morton got too much Waffle House. Waitress is pregnant in the 80s. What was you did your number 2, right? Which was the
Yes.
remake of. So I'll go keep along, and we'll just keep chatting. My number 2 is probably the movie I watch with my son all the time that we both love from 2009, Zombieland.
200 Zombieland. You got Zombieland in there. Okay.
Zombieland. I love Zombieland. And you're talking about zombies that run. Now that's scary because usually zombies are like, oh,
Yeah.
they fucking run at your ass in that movie.
Oh,
That's a
God.
great movie. I love that movie.
Zombieland.
Oh, so you haven't so Jacks are popping up everywhere down by you. Never tried. Yeah, there's a bunch of them there. So I remember when I said I was in Alabama, you guys said you were about 2.5 hours. It was either Ronnie or Blake. Where are you guys located? What state is that? I have no idea. Depending on which direction, 2.5 hours.
Did they in Alabama? Did they have Bojangles? That's what I tried in Tennessee for the first time, and I get how people like Bojangles.
I didn't see Bojangles.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Ryan's got a good list, and you know what? I lost out. I missed out. Night of the Creeps. I did not put on my list. Damn it. Oh.
You know what? I completely forgot Night of the Creeps.
That's embarrassing for Tom Atkins.
Yeah, that's embarrassing for me. I completely forgot about that. I probably would have bumped Reanimator for that when I thought of it, because I love Reanimator, but I love Night of the Creeps probably just a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. No offense. Good list though. Absolutely.
Good list. Very good
28
list.
Days is a good film. 28 Days Later.
Yeah, the sequels, right? They were like, eh.
Oh, so you guys are in Mississippi. This is Mississippi. So all right, yeah. So, well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be back there next year for an even bigger project. I might actually be there for like a month. So,
Good stuff. Well,
so I might be there for a while.
We're at number 1, and you said mine. The original Dawn of the Dead, easily 1978. Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. You're number 1. I just did the one before you. My number 1 is Night of the Living Dead, 1968.
1968, the original that started it all.
Original. From as a kid, I love that movie. I mean, and I had been watching it admittedly before Halloween 2, and then when it was in Halloween 2, because it kept playing on the screen and Head for Memorial Hospital, I was like, how great is that? Or, the Elrod scene, where he's watching it. So I just love, that movie's like comfort food. I could tell you to this day, sometimes if I flick through and there's nothing on, and I'll just throw on Night of the Living Dead because it's like comfort food. I just love that movie. Thanks for watching our latest top 5 from an episode of That Horror Movie Podcast. We do That Horror Movie Podcast every Sunday night live at 8 p.m. on this channel. And every week we feature a top 5 that we all do together and share live with everybody in the chat. So if you have any ideas, by all means, drop them in the comments below. Like this video. It helps everybody find this channel. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And we will see you on Sunday nights.